All right, let's talk about those big birthdays. You know the ones, the 30th, the 50th, the big 70. They're huge moments. But here's the thing. In this totally digital world we live in, how do we make sure the memories from these celebrations actually stick around? It's really not just about throwing a party, right? It's about holding on to something lasting.
So, I want to kick things off with a question that I'm pretty sure everyone has felt at some point. Think about it. You put in all this effort, you have an amazing celebration, and then what happens? Why do all the best photos, all the funny inside jokes, and those really heartfelt messages just get completely lost in some chaotic group chat? Poof, gone.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're going to call it. The birthday black hole. It's that digital abyss where all those good intentions and truly precious memories just seem to disappear. I mean, just think about the last time you tried to plan something big. You're constantly jumping between apps, right? You've got one group chat for the main planners, then a whole separate email chain for the invitations, oh, and of course a spreadsheet to try and keep track of who's actually coming, and then another chat for everyone who's attending. It's a mess. None of these tools were built for this, and the result is just, well, it's pure chaos.
And we all start with these amazing expectations, don't we? We're picturing these incredible shared moments, beautiful tributes, memories that will last a lifetime. But the reality of trying to manage it all in a group chat, it's more like buried details, photos you can never find again, and a bunch of rush messages. There's this massive gap between the experience we're hoping for and what our tools can actually give us.
So something that's supposed to be this huge unifying celebration, it just ends up feeling scattered and honestly kind of broken. And then, over time, all those little fragmented pieces, they just fade away. The milestone itself, the whole meaning behind it, it just gets lost in the noise. But what if there was a way to stop that from happening? What if we could actually prevent all that? Well, that brings us to a new idea, a concept that's designed to fix this exact problem. It's all about creating a digital home for the celebration.
So what is it? A birthday website is pretty much exactly what it sounds like. It's a private, totally personalized website created just for that one birthday. The whole point is to have one single central place, that digital home we just talked about, where everything, and I mean everything related to the birthday, can live. Finally, no more juggling apps, no more losing important details.
And its core purpose goes so much deeper than just the logistics. This is about capturing the stuff you can't really hold. You know, the intangibles. It's about the voices of the people you love, those hilarious, spontaneous moments, and the real, true meaning of the milestone. All the things that usually disappear the second the party's over.
Okay, so how does this whole thing actually work? It's pretty simple, really. The entire experience is built on three main ideas or pillars: plan, participate, and preserve.
Think of it like the complete life cycle of the celebration. First, you plan. This is where you bring all the coordination into one place. Next, you participate, and this is where guests get to be involved in some really meaningful ways. And finally, you preserve, creating this permanent digital keepsake that you can look back on for years and years, long after the party's over.
So let's start with planning. This part is all about finally solving that logistical nightmare we talked about. So instead of a million scattered emails and messy spreadsheets, you have one central hub. Digital invites, schedules, locations, a private guest list. You can even track RSVPs in real time. Everything for once is actually organized. Okay, now for participation. And this, to me, is where things get really special. Your guests aren't just showing up anymore, they become contributors. They can upload their own photos and videos, they can record these awesome little video tributes, kind of like a virtual raise a glass, or leave really thoughtful written messages. And the best part? They can do this before, during, or even after the event, which is amazing for people who couldn't make it in person.
And that brings us to the final piece, preservation. All of those incredible photos, the videos, the messages, they're all saved together in one secure, private spot. The website doesn't just go away when the party ends. It becomes a living, breathing digital archive of that milestone. It means the experience doesn't have to end when the last guest goes home. It truly lives on.
So, we've seen what it does, but now let's talk about why it actually matters so much, because this is about so much more than just planning an event.
And this whole approach is just incredibly versatile. I mean, yeah, it's perfect for those big milestone birthdays. But think about it. It's also brilliant for surprise parties, right? You can coordinate everything discreetly. Or what about destination birthdays? It's the perfect way to keep everyone's travel info organized in one spot. It even makes virtual events way better by helping remote guests feel like they're truly part of the celebration.
Now, there is a really important difference we need to talk about here. Look, free tools are fine for the super basic stuff. A simple RSVP form, a date, a time. But these kinds of premium platforms, they're designed for something I like to call value retention. Their entire focus on meaningful guest tributes and building permanent memory archives. So let me put it this way. Free tools help you host an event. These platforms, they help you keep the experience.
And really, that's the ultimate goal. It's not just about throwing a great party. It's about being able to hold on to the feeling, the vibe, and the memories of that moment forever.
And you might be thinking, this sounds complicated. But it's not. It's so important to know that this is all designed to be super easy for everyone. You absolutely do not need to be a tech wizard to set one of these up. And it's completely private and secure. You have total control over who gets to see it. And maybe the best part for your guests, they don't have to download yet another app. They just click a link. It's built to be simple and accessible right from the get-go.
So, this brings us right back to where we started. A milestone birthday is a huge deal. It's a major moment in a person's life, and it just deserves more than a chaotic group chat and a few amazing photos that you can never, ever find again.
Look, our milestones are the markers of our lives, right? They're filled with stories and so much love. They absolutely deserve to be remembered as something more than just a temporary chat that disappears. So the real question to leave you with isn't just how you're going to plan the next party, it's how will you choose to remember it?